Welcome back to another video where today we are going to be fishing at Emerald Lake, New York. Today we're just mainly going for any of the fish species we can catch, so we just make a bunch of money from what we catch today. Let's hop into it. Before we get into fishing, I'm going to be showing you guys my inventory and what I'm using for hooks and baits, line, reels, everything. So for the rod, I'm using the Jig Winner 8'10". Line weight goes up to 13 pounds. Lure weights is 5 to 8 ounces. Power is just light. For the reel, we are using the Espira ML 3000 with a max drag of 12.1 pounds. Weight is 11.5 ounces. So overall, pretty good rod for where I am right now. For the line, we're using the Fluoro 0.12. And for the spoon, we are using the narrow spoon to start it off, but if we have to, I can switch to spinner, casting, or medium if needed. But I don't know if that'll come down to it. Depends on how the fish are feeling today. We're in the peak time for how we are right now, just starting off the day straight into the peak time. Later on, we will be later into the day. It will be a bit higher, but so far, this is a good time to be. So to start the cast, we're just going to cast straight out down, straight to the middle, and see what gets us. And I'll be back to you guys when I have a little bite. Right away here, we have a fish on. Depending on what it is, I could make some good money off of it. It could be a walleye, which give you a good amount of money in XP for where I am right now. But it could be literally anything, like a pike. I guess we'll see when we reel it in here what it is. Doesn't feel too big though. Me and my friend here will be having a few more videos up in the next few days, just depending on how busy we are, because lately we've been pretty busy with our lives outside of this. So, but soon I think we'll have a video up of us just going out to catch some fish. Started off, we have a trophy walleye. That is very nice. First fish of the day, making some pretty good money off of it for a pound. Good ratio. Overall, happy with the catch so far to start it off. Well, the thing is with this fish is I don't even think it goes for narrow spoons. I think it's just biting whatever it is. Oh, it does go for narrow spoons. I didn't even know that. I was just casting with a narrow spoon to see what I can see. Once again, though, we're just going to cast out to the middle. Just keep on doing that to see what kind of fish we get. And once again, we're just going to continue to reel in, see what we catch. Depending on what it is, I'll be happy to keep it because my fish cabin can hold up to 88.2 pounds. So I can keep my fair share amount of fish before I have to start being a bit more precise. But I also can remember here that I can release fish as I go on, just in case I want to catch this bigger fish, and I need just to that a little bit of space that I could use. On this looks like a medium to small range of fish. This looks like, yeah, just like a pike or something. This isn't a very big fish. Looks like a redfin, maybe a chain, one of the two. Yeah, not very big. Not making anything on it, but it doesn't matter because of my weight I can hold up to, so we'll keep it for now, but we'll just have to cast some more and see what we get. The type of fish you catch, you will definitely get more money or less money. Like that pike, I made less profit for the size of the fish compared to the walleye, where I made more than enough money for the size of the fish itself. So I made a good margin off of that, and I'm pretty happy with it to start off this fishing adventure. I will say I'm probably going to be here for about 2 to 3 days of just purely fishing here. I don't know if I'll put all 3 days into this video, or I'll split it into a second one. That will show determined for itself depending on how many fish I'm catching and how I'm feeling when I'm catching them. So. It does appear to me that we might not catch anything on this cast, but that's fine, considering the fact I just caught 2 fish, 2 casts. It's gonna happen, so we'll just have to re-reel real quick. Oh, looks like I did catch something very small though. Yeah, just a little yellow perch. We're not going to keep that. I'm not making anything off of it. It's not really worth keeping. I think we're going to try casting a bit to the left real quick. See if I can catch something, but if I can't, I'll go back to the middle. As that seems where I'm going to catch most of my fish today. I am thinking for this cast maybe more to the right, give it a shot, but if that doesn't go well, we can go back to the left to middle range. It has so far been looking really well. 12 pounds of fish in like the first few minutes is really good. So I think we'll give her a cast, see how it goes, and see what it gives us. Gave it a nice cast straight out, but yeah, 210 feet. Not bad, and we'll continue to do this twitching motion, maybe stop and go as we go. No pun intended. Even though we might not catch a fish on every single cast, we are still going to catch a good amount because we are in the peak time. And I think next fish I get that's pretty big, I'm going to market, and I'm going to continue to cast out there for that type of fish. Especially if it's a walleye, because that's what I'm looking for today specifically. I know earlier I did say I'm not looking for any type of specific fish. But walleye, if I did have to choose, is probably one of the fish that you're going to need to catch the most to make the most profit. And they're overall just, they're fun fish to catch. They do put up a half decent fight, but that also depends on your rod, reel, line, anything. And as you can see here, we have a pretty small fish on. I'm going to back up, keep that tension up, just in case he decides to try to slip off, because that's what happens when your line is too low like that. When they jump in the water, jump out of the water and your line's in the air, that is also pretty bad because you can lose tension and slip off in the air. We did just catch another walleye. We are looking at a better margin. Obviously, we are more money than weight is what you want. So if you have $227 and you have 2.178 pounds, this is better than this, always. Unlike the pike, where I'm only making 108 bucks, I should be making 148 bucks. So we're only losing out on about 40 bucks for this one, and that's really it. For this, we made profit of 20 bucks. We're making profit on most of these fish, including this one. Usually you do want to look out for stuff like that if you have a fish jail, because with the fish jail, I don't think I have it in my inventory right now, but with the fish jail, you can't release fish, but with the fish cabin, you can, or fish hut. It's easier to do so. Then you can actually pick and choose what kind of fish you want to catch and keep, maybe even release. If you catch something really small, like earlier I caught the perch, I released that because I didn't want to keep it. So if you really want to, you can start to release fish as you go when you're realizing I'm catching bigger fish. So yeah, I think we'll give her another cast out to the right, see how that takes us, and I'll get back to you guys if we get a bite. We do have a fish on. He did put my tension to the ultimate red earlier, like that, just then. Which isn't bad, but good. Considering the fact you can break your rod and reel a little bit quicker. It will definitely take that durability way down if you get it too high up in that reds. I think we're going to just reel this guy in a little bit easy. He's definitely not as easy than before, but see that? It just goes to the red and it takes down my reel by 1% already, and I didn't even do it for less than a second. Caught a pike. A half decent margin. I mean, we're losing out on a good amount of money. We should be making 409 bucks. It's like a $26 difference. I'll keep it, and as I go, I might release it depending on the fish I catch and how big they are with the money size. We'll give it I think we're going to go back to this left side here. We'll try it out. Give it another shot. It did not fail to succeed the first time he did cast out there, though. Once again, back to that twitching motion that has been seeming to catch all the fish I have caught today. So I'm going to continue to do it until I have to switch it up to maybe a stop and go, depending on... Oh, look at that already. Fish on. I'm going to back up because that tension is at an all-time low. Oh my gosh. Gotta make sure to keep it up like that. If I do that, it's just gonna drop. You can also just point your rod to the right or left, and you can keep that tension up, because the second you see this, look, go like that, tension's low. If I go like this, it's gonna stay up there. It will stay up there for a little bit until it starts to get closer and stop fighting. Then you can hold it in the air. But once it gets close like that, you got it in the air, it's basically a succeeded victory. Once again, another walleye looking really well. 1,700 bucks, and we're not even close to halfway there. And we got 244 bucks. We're making a good profit off of this. I'm very happy with it. We'll keep on casting out to the right for now, and I think I'll get back to you when I get a little bit higher and higher fish. You can see here we did just catch a trophy redfin pickerel. I will hide this keep net and I will go into this examine fish thing. He's pretty big, but I'm not making a lot of money off of him. I don't know if I'm gonna keep him or release him based off the fact he isn't giving me much, but I still do have a bunch more space, so I think I'll keep him, and as we go, when I start to catch these fish that are giving me good stuff, I'm going to release him eventually for sure. So I think we're gonna give it a cast out to the middle one more time before we start to mark where our fish are. I think after this, if I catch another walleye, I'm gonna ping where it was, continue to cast out there, even though they are very basic fish to catch. All you need is a narrow spoon, and I think a casting spoon might work as well. I don't know. I can check after this cast real quick, and I can give you guys a full description on what it is, and I will start this back up when I get a bite or a fish in. I do have a fish on right now, but it is very small. Very, very small. Might be just another little baby pike, but you never know with these fish. Yeah. Nope, that's just a yellow perch. Yeah, trophy yellow perch. We're not going to keep it, even though it's a trophy, because I'm only making 41 XP, 65 bucks. That's like, I should be making 165 bucks right now, but we're not, based off the fact, like, that's $100 we're losing. So we're just going to release him back into there, and we're going to continue to cast into the middle. See what that gets us. Hopefully some more walleye, maybe a few more pike. I'm definitely hoping for more walleye though, because that is the main fish that I like catching. Another fish on here. I don't think he's very big though, so we'll just get him in and we'll immediately cast back out there once we get him in. And it looks like another walleye, probably just a little baby. Yeah, but we are making profit off of him, which is what I like to see. Modifier, same stuff as usual. 2,000 bucks straight off the bat. Happy with it. We're gonna actually mark that on the map where I caught him. Like I said last video, you click this little plus right here, it'll pop up with a warning, set mark for last fish. You do want to click yes, and then then there's a marker right here, and then I can just, once I get out of my map here, see there's a little marker right there, and I can just cast right on it. And then I continue to just cast, and maybe I'll catch a bunch of walleye in that spot. You never know. Do gotta watch that line though, because it is getting taken down very, very fast. 46%. Just under half. Not bad, not bad. I've had this line on for a few days now, so I'm pretty happy with how it's been acting up. We have a fish on just like that. Very fast. Definitely, this narrow spoon is definitely the way to go. I would suggest using a 1/4 of an ounce, just like me. If you want to use the same setup as me, it's been working very well for me, as you can tell by the fish I'm catching and how many I'm catching. I'm very happy with it. A lot of the fish that I am catching don't really take narrow spoon. I don't think pike take narrow spoon, so I'm pretty happy with it. Another walleye I just caught. Pretty big, making profit off of it again. 70 XP, not bad. I will keep him, and we'll cast back onto that marker again, because it obviously is doing well for us. Give it a good cast. About 200 feet out. Yep. Back to the switching motion, which is obviously doing really well. But like I said earlier, there's always the stop and go method. Very small fish I have on right here. Probably a pike. Maybe, seems like might be a redfin because of the way it's acting with the zigzags back and forth, but I don't really know much about it. But I did notice that the pike do like the zigzag back and forth, but so do the walleye. So, but I do think this is a pike. It is a pike for sure, and it is a redfin pickerel. You can tell by the way he was zigzagging quickly and then farther. We are making nothing off of this. I am going to release him. because of how much money we are not making. That should be at least 200 bucks we're making from that, or close to that. Give it a cast out there, and I'll get back to you guys when I have a fish on or caught. I have a fish on. I think it might be a walleye because, yep, it's for sure a walleye. Yep, you can tell by the way it is and the weight. Once again, making good profit. I've said this a million times. You definitely want this to be higher than this. If I have 2.489, which is basically it's just 2.49, alright? That's $249 you should be making. But I'm making an extra, what, $11? Yeah, $11 I'm making off of that. So I'm actually making good profit for the pounds I'm putting into my fish cabin. So always look out for that, especially with the fish gills, like I said earlier, because you can't release the fish. Give it another cast to that marker, and then I think we're just gonna have to continue to do the twitching or stop and go method because it's been working well. I'm thinking about doing the Everglades for the next video for sure. I don't know if I'm going to go to White Moose, Alberta. I think that's what it's called, White Moose, something like that, in Alberta. I don't know if I'm going to go there because it doesn't really seem that worth to me. So I might not go there, but I will be for sure going to the Everglades very soon once I make some money that I did lose because I went to that White Moose place and I forgot to do a bunch of stuff, and that's why I'm making that. That's why I made those tip videos, especially with the fish nets and the reels and the lures and stuff. I also bought like this rod wasn't good enough for it to be there. This is like kind of just above average for where I am now down here at Emerald Lake. So I would definitely suggest using it if you want to catch the fish and make good profit off of it. Yeah, because like I said in the last video, you don't need all these overpowered rods that haven't really done much other than catch the fish a lot faster. But as long as you're catching the fish and getting them in, you're still making the same amount of money. Actually, I think with the more overpowered rod you have, the less XP you will be making. If I stand incorrect, please tell me, and I can fix that next time I make a video. It looks like we are not going to get anything, and never mind. Just another perch. We're just going to release him. Didn't seem like he was worth my time, so cast out by that booby again, give it another shot. If not, I'm not going to delete it just in case in the peak time later on it might give me more fish, but I might cast to the right, left. I think I'm going to make a video on mud water soon, and I might make a setup that you should use for mud water. Because obviously, like I said last video, you should go to mud water after Lone Star. Once you get to about level 13 to 15, go to mud water, and I will, and I should have a video up tomorrow or the next day, me fishing there within the setup I'm using to catch fish. You can catch some pretty monstrous fish in there, so make sure you have the best keep net, fish jail, or cabin that you can buy for your level so that you can keep those fish. And the weight, and they're just big. They're good fish. You'll definitely make your profit back if you have probably just a 30-pound spread. Like I said, since you're gonna be like level 20 if you listen. Sorry, not level 20, level 15 when you go there. You should just get that best one, and you should make a bunch of profit off of it. Another walleye, good profit, happy with it. We'll give it another cast out to the buoy. Thinking about switching casting spots though, just in case those other spots have more fish that are bigger and better. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that this twitching motion might be one of the better ones to use, especially if you're using spoons. But if you're using like top bait, I would suggest using straight because it's the top bait. And maybe twitching motion would work too, but straight is also very good for it. And we have another fish on just like that Doesn't seem like it's very big. Probably another redfin because he's not fighting very much and the tension's been really low. Very weak fish. So we'll get him in really quick so we can get out there again and catch all the fish we can. He has a little bit of tension on him. Not much, but that's from me. Yeah, that appears to be another redfin. Not bad, not bad. We'll take it for now. Trophy redfin pickerel. Once again, though, we are losing out on money. $131 was what we should be making. We are losing out on $120 something, which is okay until we get past that 44-pound mark. Is when I'm gonna stop keeping fish like this. Make sure I have the ultimate money I can make out of this to continue fishing. So we'll keep him for now. And I think we're going to give it another cast. We'll give it... Actually, wait. I think we'll mark where I caught that fish. I'm pretty sure... Oh, it was in the same spot. So I don't think we'll actually do that. I think we'll actually delete it. Or will I keep it? How close together are they? Are they like touching each other? Yeah, they're just touching each other. I'll delete one of them. We'll delete the pike one. Get rid of it. The only time you should have two markers half decent close is like if this one's over here, maybe out here close to it. Like not far, but not close. But yeah, we'll give it another cast out to that buoy and I'll figure out what happens. We do have a $3,000 thing already, so that's already made up for the fee, but just not the license. And the license is about $600 if I'm correct. So we just gotta make that $600 back, and then we should be good. Depending on if I want to stay another day, but I'm definitely making sure I make a lot of money off of this because 88 pounds will give me a good spread of money that I can use on the next video for that mud water setup. 150 feet out, and we have a fish on. Okay. Doesn't seem to be fighting very well, though. Might just have to... Probably just another redfin. Maybe a walleye. He is putting the tension up every now and then, but yeah. Like, look, that tension is really low. You want to keep that in the green. I think that's just another walleye. Yeah, just a walleye. We'll take it. I mean, we are making profit once again. $9, which isn't a lot, but we'll keep it. $3,300 spread right now. Give it a cast out to the red again. Don't want to always cast in the same spot, just in case those other places have more fish and can keep up with what you're already catching. I think I will get back to you when I'm just about at the 40-pound limit, maybe a bit over. I'll talk to you guys then. I just spend about 5 minutes fishing around, and I've only caught about 5 pounds. And I'm at a $4,000 spread, but I've only been really catching some pike. Right here at the top, just some pike, but I don't know. It's not really working. The peak time is running out, so I think I'm just gonna go straight to peak time 6 p.m. Give it a cast out to that buoy, and we'll see what we catch. But so far, we're not doing horrible. Just about halfway to the maximum weight I can hold, and we'll see where that takes us. Back to the twitching motion once again. Definitely is working a bit better than I thought it would today. So and as you can see right here, we do have a fish on. He is pretty chunky. I'm assuming it is a walleye. For sure a walleye. Maybe a northern pike, but other than that, it's between those two. He's definitely putting up a half decent fight. Might be a trophy. Trophy walleye, I'd hope so. Good money from them. Yeah, that's a northern pike. Oh no, it's a walleye. Wow. Maybe I'm just a bit blind. Good money, good profit. Happy with it. Puts us at $4,000. Cast back at that buoy. Actually, wait, where did I catch that? Always just want to do this, make sure. Same spot. Get rid of this mark. And then we'll just cast it right back at the marker buoy, and then keep on catching fish. Let it sink about halfway. Raise the rod and do your little twitching motion with your left click. You just do slight little clicks at a time to do it. It's not very hard to do. We do have a fish on. It didn't take very long to get it on, considering the fact we are in the peak time. I think it might be another walleye. I'm hoping it is, because it's been giving me, well, a good amount of money. So I'm assuming it's yeah, it's the walleye. Yeah. Okay, we'll take it in. Looking nice. Trophy walleye, just what I wanted. Good money. Not a bad weight. That puts us at about, yeah, just over 4,500 bucks, and just over the halfway. So we should make about close to $8,000 just from this trip alone. Emerald Lake is one of those places where you can make good money very fast. I'm very happy with it. Fish on basically straight away. I'm very happy with that as well. I like catching these fish very fast so I can get it right back out there into the cast. Cast it back at that buoy. It's been very, very helpful so far. He's fighting pretty good. I think it's another walleye. I hope it is. Yeah, another walleye. Happy with it. Maybe even a trophy. No, not a trophy, but I am happy. Good money. Cast her back out. Me and my partner Cohen will probably make a couple videos tomorrow or Thursday, depending on if he's able to play, because he was very busy today. So we're probably gonna get a video out on us fishing somewhere, possibly the Everglades, maybe even Emerald Lake one more time. I might make a second video of Emerald Lake just in case some people want to see more content on that, but I will definitely make content on the places I can go to that people should be at. This fish isn't that bad. He's definitely putting up a half decent fight. Half decent. Yeah. That line is at 43, not bad. Another walleye. Good money. Modifiers. See, the thing is with this, you're losing 33 XP from it. So I could have made 87 XP from this, but instead I'm only making 54. But I don't really understand what this means by it. So if you know what this means, please comment down below and tell me so that I can fix this. That'd be very helpful. Give it another cast out by the buoy, and it's just kind of continuous for a while on until you start getting like less fish in that area and you have to cast somewhere else. But for the most part it's just very continuous, back and forth casting out there. Very small fish for sure. Pickerel. If it's a walleye, it's definitely small, but I think it might just be a pike. Yeah. Let's see if it jumps out of the water here, we can just look. Looks like a pike. Didn't see it that time. Yeah, just a pike. I think that's just a chain or northern pike. Trophy. Grass. Oh wow, I didn't catch one of those today. Okay. We'll keep it. Got 30 pounds to go. Just over 30 pounds to go before we have maxed out the fish cabin. So that's still about 15-20 minutes of fishing. But it will give me a lot of money in the end of it. So I'm very happy I got this fish cabin. I originally bought it to go out to the Alberta place, but it didn't work out very well for me, and I ended up losing my money very fast because I was forgetting a bunch of lures and stuff. So always, before you go to a place, check the lures and baits that fish take, especially in the more expensive places like that place, because it costs $7,500 just to go there, and that's not counting the advanced license you need. Another fish on, taking him in pretty quick here. I think it's just gonna be a small walleye. Yeah, just a baby walleye. Yeah, making money though, happy with it. Yeah, just making 5K right here. Still a little over 30 pounds to go. I think we're going to be putting out some more fish monster videos into the playlist. So, and then we're going to complete all of them, and they'll all be in that fish monsters playlist. So far we have 2 down. We have the Mad Eye Buffalo, and we have the, I can't remember its name, but it is all in a playlist, and you can check that out in our homepage if you go to playlist, and then it'll say fish monsters. You click on that, you can watch those if you need help catching those fish. It tells you what you need to catch. For the first one, we for the first video where you have to catch the Mad Eye, we messed it up. The recording got all, I think it got corrupt, he said, Cohen. And so we couldn't get that video out, and since he's collected all the backlash, which is what you need, I will put my own video out and I'll toss into the playlist for the Mad Eye, and I'll tell you guys how to catch it, and what speeds with rods, and what kind of bait you want to use, like, because you wouldn't use bait, sorry, like what kind of spoon you might use, so that you have a full understanding of how to catch the fish and the backlash. That fish just jumped at the thing and just didn't bite. Nothing on this cast, but that's completely fine. Give it another cast out to the buoy. So yeah, I will have that video out. I don't know when, but I'm gonna try my absolute best, because I still have to complete the task, obviously. So, and that's not really the top thing on my list right now. It's to go through all these lakes and rivers with you guys, to tell you guys which ones you should go to, like Emerald, Everglades, Mudwater, Rocky, all those places like that, so that you know what fish you're gonna get, sizes for average, and the money and the weights that they're gonna mainly take. Do have a fish on at about 140 feet out. Losing tension, which is really bad. I might lose this fish to low tension. If that's when you back up like I just did. Like this, look, the tension goes up, and then look, the second I go forward, it all goes down, back up, it goes a bit up. But it's very close to the dock, so we're going to move up, and we're actually going to drop the rod until he decides to jump out of the water like that. Another walleye. Made some profit. Tossed her into the keep. And we'll toss it back out to that buoy. Since we are kind of a new channel, we are trying our absolute best to figure out like the editing and stuff for like background sounds, like mouse clicking, keyboard sounds. If you know how to get rid of that on the YouTube app, please let us know in comments, and then we could put that to use, so you guys don't gonna hear the clicking in the background of keyboards, so that it's a smooth gameplay. And we do want your feedback for how the videos do look and sound, for sure, because then we can take that feedback, put it into use, and then make the videos better as we go, because we obviously want the best videos we can make for you guys to support, like, and so that you guys just keep watching and enjoy the videos, especially. It's all about enjoyment here. And I hope our tips and guides that we're making for you guys are helping you out, because the whole point of them is for beginners And just like the playlist for fish monsters, it's just a guide to help you catch fish. It looks like we're not going to catch anything on this cast, but that is okay. It's going to happen every now and then. So I think we're actually going to cast out to the right, just a teensy bit. See if that spot is more alive than that buoy. And on this channel, we are family friendly, so we will not be swearing or anything like that, because we do want kids to watch this video that are starting out in the game that are a bit younger. So if kids that are like 10 years old and their parents don't want them to be around swearing and stuff, we will not be doing that, just because it's beneficial for us to get viewers and for us to just for other people that can't really listen to swears on YouTube videos because some people's parents are strict or they just don't like it. They can watch these too and actually be able to enjoy it like the rest of other people. Always got to just keep it fair here. Do have a fish on. I think it's just another walleye, but I'm probably gonna place a buoy or a marker right where I casted that out, because that place seems to be alive. Even though I only caught one fish, I will definitely put a buoy down. That is we're at 5,800 even right now. So but this will give us, we're at gonna be just over 6K. So yeah, we're gonna toss a buoy down. Right here. Warning to that. Click. Look at that. They're not even that far away apart, but even the slightest little switch away can give you more fish. I could catch 10 fish here, and I could catch 30 fish here. That's just like an example, and they're only a little bit farther away, but this place could be way more alive than this place is. So just always keep that in your mind, not to always just cast in the same spot. Switch it up a little bit, just like twitching and stop and go. Switch it up a little bit. Sometimes the fish will enjoy to be over here, or they'll like to be like right here or over here. It always depends. It also depends on the weather. If we go to map here and we go to weather forecast, the weather and the peak times, like I said, as usual, like on day 2 here, it's going to be raining, so the best time to fish is going to be at nighttime. It'll be better weather for the fish to be outside, and it tells you right here what the fish are looking for. So always read those descriptions if you don't understand what it kind of means. Those will always help you out in the slightest. Anyways, we'll get back to fishing here. We'll cast that second buoy one more time here. See if we can catch anything good. And I think I'll pick this recording back up when I get to 70 pounds of fish. As you can see here, we are at 70 pounds. And with a good amount of money, $6,910. I think once we get to 88 pounds, that we will skip to the next day, which will be 36 minutes. I might wait out that timer, depending on when I get done. But I don't know if I want to stay at this dock. I'll give it a couple casts right here for a minute. Depending on how that goes, is how I will, if I'm going to stay there or not. Just gave it a good old cast down there. 200 something feet out. So far, I haven't caught anything. I think that I might just stick to being on the dock because you have a better view than over here, where you can only kind of just go to the left and not to the right. When on the dock, you can go to left, right, and center. So 50 feet out, so far nothing, which is gonna be fine. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna reel this in really fast, and I'm gonna go over there for a little bit. Get back over here, send out the cast, get to 88.2 pounds, and depot the money and figure out where we go from there. Might be a 1-day video, might be a 2. Might just be 1 though, because it's getting pretty late here and I do have to go to bed. So once I get to 88 pounds, I think tomorrow I'll make another video on Emerald Lake, and then I'll do the Everglades. Either the Everglades or Mudwater for sure, because those are on my top priorities here, especially Mudwater, because it's one of those things that you kind of need right after Lone Star. It can help you really well. Very small fish we have on right now, most likely another redfin. It's not fighting very tough at all. Another redfin. This is when we'll keep this, because I kind of want to get this fish cabin filled up so I can get this money and do my thing. Send the cast out about 220 and then let it sink just a little bit longer right there, and start reeling in with the twitching motion or stop and go. About 80 feet out and still nothing. Might have to switch up spots, actually. I think we're running out of peak time here. Might have to just redeem this money now. After this here, we'll reel this back in. Check the time. See what it's looking like right now. Yeah, falling out of peak time right now, 7 p.m. Just about to be 8, so by the time we get to there, it's going to be about right here. And I'm going to be out of peak time. So I think my best option here is I'm going to forget about filling this up. I'm going to exit, and I'm going to do something. So we're going to exit this. I think we're going to look at some missions that you should do when you get to my level or area, and I will get to you when we do that. Made just under $7,000, so far very good. Sitting at just over $7,000 myself, so that's enough to go back if I needed to. But there's also Nehuron River, Everglades, which is pretty expensive, but it's a very good place to catch. They have tons. They got the bowfin, they got the brown bullhead, they got butterfly peacock, which is also a good fish to catch. They got the Florida gar, the catfish. That's a saltwater fish though, so you have to go onto the saltwater side of that map. There's the saltwater side would be right here. This would be all fresh right here where you catch the freshwater fish. Saltwater fish would be on that side right there. But as I was talking about is the rod I'm using is very, very good for this. I would highly suggest using this to go and catch. I didn't use anything else other than an arrow spoon today, so tomorrow I might use the casting spoon and maybe the spinner. Medium spoon I just have in here just in case, but I would definitely suggest using narrow and casting. They have been helping me out very well. But for sure, if you wanna use this rod, It's very, very good. So if we go to rods here and we search up jig winner and just click enter, didn't work. Jig winner 810, is that what I have? Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, this one right here. $7,500. The reel was actually pretty expensive. If we go to reels here and we go to Asperia, which one was it? It was 8,500. So if we do some math right here, what was the rod? Rod was 7,500. 7,500 plus $8,500 would be 16,000. So just 16,000 here. The line I'm using is the Fluoro 0.12. So we go FLUORO. Oh, oopsies. FLUORO. That, click search. We got the one I'm using is this one right here. Yep, that might actually be it. If we go back up here, I'm using this one right here. Yep, and it costs 10 coins. I would suggest buying 2 packs. Even though it's 1,000 yards, I would still suggest buying 2 packs just because it's not very expensive. You could also buy the Fluoro 0.14, which is also good, but if you're a lower level and you can't really get that, get this. But if you're not able to get that, I would suggest getting this if you're like bare minimum. This or this, one of these. Depends on what level you are, but like you just started the game level, get one of these 4 right here. They're all the same. They just have higher like how length, 1,000 yards, 500, 300, 150. Definitely get the 1,000 yard though, because it's only going up by 1 each time. It's super worth it. You could buy leaders too if you need them. Only if you need them. I actually think I might buy one and toss it onto mine. Right here. I think I'll actually do that right now. I think the leader we'll run with is gonna be this one. Buy that. Let me just go like this. Go to right here and just toss it on. Backpack is full. That is dumb. Hurts my feelings. Just toss that backlash into my home. Bam. Toss that on. And now you got a leader, which is gonna be good for you. That's good. So if you want my setup, here it is. I would suggest using it. It helps a lot, especially when you're in Emerald Lake and Everglades for sure, and the Huron River. That helped a lot as well. Any of these 3 places, you should definitely use it. If you would like to take a screenshot or anything, do that. But I think I'm gonna have to end it here. And thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment on the video if you have any feedback. And we'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.